Hello everybody and welcome to your Spring 2024 11th grade science course. I am your teacher, Mrs. Cohn, and this is going to be a very short welcome video just to give you a quick rundown of the important information in this course. And then of course I'm going to show you a quick navigation for what you will need for day one. So if you are watching this video, you are in one of these three courses. You're either taking chemistry, honors chemistry, or physical science. Those are the three courses that I teach. So if you are not in one of these courses and you have stumbled across this video, this is not for you. But if you are, keep watching because I'm going to give you guys some very important information. All right, so just a little bit about me. This is me. This is the picture that you will see on our Canvas homepage. I was born and raised here in North Carolina. I'm married to my wonderful husband, Alex. We got married in 2019, so we've been married for 4 years now, which just seems kind of unreal. I love spending time in the mountains. One of my favorite towns to go to is West Jefferson, North Carolina. It's about 2.5 hours from Charlotte. If you've never visited it, I highly recommend it. It's really fun. It's a cute little mountain town. Me and my husband, our family, we just really enjoy it. I love iced coffee. That's my favorite beverage of choice. As a teacher, I need a lot of caffeine. And then my favorite color is purple. And on your first day, you guys are going to make a little slideshow for me where you guys have the opportunity to tell me about yourselves. So I really look forward to getting to know you guys. And then, of course, once we start having our live sessions, I'll get to know you guys a little bit better. So just some education and experience from me. I did graduate with honors from Appalachian State University. That was in 2016. I have a bachelor's of science in cell and molecular biology, and I minored in chemistry. I got my educator's license from Queen's University, so I got my teaching license here in Charlotte. And this is my 7th year teaching science in CMS, which is awesome. This is my 2nd year at VHS, and I spent first 5 years at Rocky River in Mint Hill. This is just a course overview for chemistry. You guys can pause. It just tells you the different units. This is also in your syllabus that's linked on your homepage. I also have a pacing guide. So if you're somebody that's into, seeing what we're going to be doing on what day, you can take a look at it. That's always subject to change based on what happens in the semester, but it is pretty spot on just in terms of what we'll be doing. And then here is for physical science. You'll notice that physical science has more units. That's because they're shorter. So physical science kiddos, if it looks a little bit intimidating, just know that these are pretty short units. We go through them very quickly versus chemistry. We kind of cover more content over a longer period of time. So contacting me, Mrs. Cohn, just some general guidelines. So email and text is always the easiest way to get a hold of me, just because I use Google Voice, and sometimes Google Voice, when you call me, it will recognize it as spam. So, and it won't push it through. So the best thing to do is text me and ask me to call if you want to talk on the phone. And then I can get back to you and set up a time for that. If you are going to text me, please text between 7:15 and 2:15. So those are school hours. Just because I'm a teacher, my working hours are 7:15 to 2:15. If you text me after that, I will not respond until the next day. Okay, I only respond during school hours because those are the hours I get paid for. So just know if you text me outside of that, I'm not ignoring you. It's just those are my working hours. For an email, you can email me at any time. Same thing, it will go, I don't have my email on my phone, so it's, not going to ding and go off. But just know, like, if you email me late, like if you email me after 2:15, I'll get back to you first thing the following morning. Okay, the first thing I do after I take attendance is check my email. So if you've sent me something later in the day, just know I will respond the next day in the morning. Okay, I'm really good about responding if you send emails during the day. I will get to you before the end of the day. Just know that's for like outside hours. Okay. So office hours and bookings are available during school hours as well. And just a reminder, always be respectful in your communication attempts, and I will be respectful to you as well. Just remember, I am your teacher, so you shouldn't be. So just make sure you are appropriately addressing those emails. And if you need help with that, of course, I can help. Really quickly, I'm going to navigate to the Canvas course so I can show you a couple of things. I'm still working on it because these are for third quarter, second semester. So no matter what course you are in, it's all going to look very similar. So I'm just going to pop into my honors chemistry course because that is the first one that's up here. But if you are in chemistry or physical science, it's going to look pretty much the same. So just for the quick navigation, this should be okay for us to just look at honors chemistry. Okay, so when you log into your Canvas course and pull up the page here, you're going to see, of course, my picture and then all my information. So here's my email address. Just be mindful that when I started in CMS, it was before I was married, and they don't change your email address after you get married, so it is my maiden name. That has been confusing in the past, so just make note of that. There's my number that you can text. Make sure if you are texting me, you're just telling me who it is. So like say, hey, Mrs. Cohn, this is so-and-so. I just had this question. And then, of course, our meetings links for our course. Now, to navigate the course, it's super easy. You see this big button right here. It says click here to start class. You will click here on that button and it will take you to your modules. Okay, everything we do, we will work out of modules, and this is a really good time for me to just tell you this caveat right now. Do not pull up your assignments from your to-do list. It will be very tempting to pull it up from your to-do list or your calendar because those are the things that are graded, but there's going to be very important things in your lesson pages, so best practice is for you to always pull up your module, okay? So when you click modules, you have at the top, everyone's going to have something called virtual class materials. And when you open that up, there's a link to important course information. So your syllabus, grading policy, all that good stuff is there. And then I just have links for things that we will need throughout the semester. For physical science, you guys have very similar things. It just says physical science instead of chemistry. And then you have your unit modules. So the first one that you will be, of course, doing is just Unit 0. So Friday the 26th, you will open your lesson. So it's Unit 0, Lesson 1, Getting to Know You. And when you guys open your lessons, you will notice that the lesson information will be at the top. So you'll see the date you're supposed to be completing the lesson. You'll see the unit and the lesson number and then the title of the lesson. Okay, so hopefully that will take care of any confusion of trying to figure out what you're supposed to be doing for the day because the lesson pages are labeled with the date. And then, of course, it will tell you your objectives, your essential questions. When we start getting into content, you'll see standards here. Not that you guys care about that, but we do cover NC State standards. Okay, and then as you come down through the lesson pages, I will have links to everything that you are supposed to do for the day. Okay, so it'll tell you the activity. That's just like the label of the activity, and then the instructions are going to be in the middle, and then the due date is on the right hand side. Okay, so this is your lesson for the first day of the quarter. You guys are just going to do an icebreaker post, a get to know me assignment, and then there's a form to fill out as a Google form. Now I have them linked here. Like I said, you want to make sure you're pulling it up from the modules and not your to-do list because, for example, your exit ticket today is a Google form, so it's not going to populate in your to-do list. So if you don't pull up your modules and you don't pull up your lesson page, you will miss it. Okay, so I have everything linked. Best thing to do would just be to right-click and open it in a new tab, and then you could always refer back to this page as you go through. Okay, so then you'll be able to do these assignments and just make your way down. It's pretty easy. It's just a checklist. So I have everything in one place for you so you can see exactly what you need to do for the day. And once you do your activities in order, once you're done with your exit, you are done with chemistry or physical science for the day. Okay? All right, so that's just a quick navigation. I'll make more in-depth navigation videos for each course as well, but that's just helping you to get started. All right, so our weekly schedule, our Teams meeting is going to be on our Canvas homepage. Chemistry and honors chemistry, we are combined. We are smaller classes, so we all meet together, which is really awesome. So we will meet Thursdays at 10:40, only Thursdays. Okay, so the rest of the days of the week is just office hours. So if you need to come see me, you can, but that would be more like one-on-one, or if there are more students in there, it would be like small group. But the only day you have to come to Teams is Thursday at 10:40. Physical science, same thing. We meet on Thursdays, but we meet at 12:35. So 10:40 is chemistry, third block. 12:35 would be physical science, fourth block. Now my office hours are going to be at the exact same time on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Okay, Wednesdays we do homeroom, so I don't do office hours on Wednesdays, but every other day I am available to meet individually. Attendance, I know you guys, there's a lot of questions on attendance all the time. To be marked present in our class, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So the 4 days of the week that you do not have to come to Teams that we don't have class. To be marked present, you have to complete your daily lesson by 11:59 p.m. Okay, so that means your 100-point classwork needs to be submitted by 11:59 p.m. on the day of in order to be marked present. Okay, and please note it says 100-point classwork, okay? Because every day you're going to have like a warm-up that's worth 5 points, exit ticket maybe worth 5 points. You might have an engage assignment worth 10 points. Those are smaller assignments that just don't count as much. And then you will have one larger practice assignment that's worth 100, okay? In order to be marked present, you have to show that you've done at least 45 minutes of work, and so warm-ups are not enough to demonstrate that. So if you just submit a warm-up and you haven't submitted your 100-point assignment, I cannot mark you present. Now, if you start your assignment and you don't have time to finish it, what you can do is go ahead and submit it to Canvas, and in the comments section, you can tell me you need a little bit more time to work on it, but you can show me that you were working and I can mark you present. Okay, just don't forget to submit it, because if it's not submitted, I have to mark you absent. Okay. Same thing, except on Thursdays, you have to attend Teams with your camera on and participate in class. Now, when I say participate in class, a lot of times we do Nearpod, so that just means that you need to be answering the questions in Nearpod, showing that you are participating. If we're doing breakout rooms or group work, you need to be participating with your group, okay? So you have to complete your classwork on Thursdays, also be in Teams to be marked present. Okay, so if you don't come to Teams and you do all your classwork for the day, I still have to mark you absent because you were not in Teams that day. So being successful in this course, you just want to make sure you are keeping up with your daily lessons every single day. Make sure you keep your consistent schedule. So you want to be doing your schoolwork during school as much as you can. Now, obviously, we have flexibility because you guys are upperclassmen, so you don't have to come to class every single day. That's great, but keeping a consistent schedule can really help you stay on track. And if you have questions, ask them immediately. Don't go all semester. Like y'all, when I tell you, I had some students like towards the end of the class that didn't even know how to like pull up their lessons. They didn't even know they were supposed to be like opening their modules. Do not let it get to that point, okay? Don't wait. Communication is key, and I am here to make sure I communicate with you all. Okay, that's it. That's the rundown of the course. If you have any questions, please text or email me. Like I said, don't let it get out of hand. We want to make sure we are starting off this semester on the best foot possible. So with that being said, that's all I have for you guys for your welcome video. And I cannot wait to get to know you guys and get started in chemistry or physical science. I will see you guys later in our next lesson.